The world works in mysterious ways, in some places more than others.
He's 40,000 years old. Wow! The oldest figurative art in the world.
Yet these strange mystical locations have baffled scientists for centuries, home to natural phenomena so rare that they defy all explanation. Everywhere is not as it seems in these chilling places, and you may risk your life by even visiting.
No need for actual roses when you can go out to the desert and find a desert rose.
From unexplainable vortexes that can suck up airplanes and ships to a bubbling volcano that glows blue in the night, these are the 15 places the Earth acts in mysterious ways. The Edge of Rain. This mysterious phenomenon is so rare that many people debate whether it's really existing at all. The Edge of Rain is a spectacular sight that only a select few will ever get to witness, and is described as resembling a wall of water or a curtain of rain. Yeah, this strange occurrence is the moment when one cloud that hasn't clumped up with other clouds to form a weather front passes over, bringing with it an individual rainfall. These individual clouds are usually small, and due to the fact that they are fast moving, it's been said that you can see them coming over the horizon, moving towards you. The edge of the rain leaves one side of you wet and the other side dry, with such a localized fall of rain that you could even jump in and out of the rain. Sounds pretty amazing, right? So how do they work? Well, it's all to do with the dramatic increase in the collision rate of microscopic water droplets due to the turbulence intensity in the atmosphere. Okay, so you might need a science degree to understand how the edge of rain really works, but it's still a cool sight nonetheless. Have you guys ever seen this exciting event? Let us know in the comments section below. Hey, did you know that if you smash the like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell, you're more likely to win the lottery? So what are you waiting for? The Eye of the Sahara. This giant mysterious formation can barely be seen with the naked eye at a ground level, but has been fascinating astronauts for decades. Yep, the Eye of the Sahara, otherwise known as the Rakat structure, is located in the Sahara Desert, stretching for at least 25 miles. However, it was only discovered when we started exploring space. While searching for impact craters on the Earth's surface, astronauts discovered this massive set of rings scorched into the desert. But this was no impact crater. For one, the lack of melted rock completely ruled out any possibility of an asteroid or comet hitting the area. So what is this odd geological formation? Well, there's many theories, including one that describes the eye as the remains of the lost city of Atlantis. Other, more plausible ideas state that the eye is the eroded layer of the Earth's crust, formed over 100 million years ago when the supercontinent Pangaea began to tear apart, separating Africa and South America forever. So what do you guys think? Is the eye an entrance to an ancient civilization or living proof of Pangaea? The Bermuda Triangle. Well, it wouldn't be a list of mysterious places on Earth if we didn't include the Bermuda Triangle, now would it? This mystical area of the Atlantic Ocean is bordered by Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, and have been the home of many unexplainable occurrences. Missing ships, planes, and even people have caused conspiracy theorists to speculate that there may be paranormal goings-on in this Bermuda Triangle. Yep, this 500,000 square patch of ocean is thought to be a hotbed of alien activity, or perhaps even a time-traveling portal that sucks unsuspecting vessels into a wormhole, never to be seen again. Now, these theories may sound a bit crazy, but let's just say that the disappearances that have taken place in the Bermuda Triangle are very suspicious. Christopher Columbus first complained about strange compass readings when he passed through the region of his first voyage to America, as well as a great flame of fire crashing into the sea. Then in 1918, the USS Cyclops, a 542-foot Navy ship with a crew of 300 men aboard, disappeared without any distress signals, and the ship and its passengers were never found.
Hundreds of boats met their end in these deadly waters.
Planes have gone missing over the Bermuda Triangle, only for the rescue team sent out to find them to go missing too. Yep, the mysteries behind the Bermuda Triangle may never be solved, but we sure like to wonder what's really going on here. Kawaii Lake. When we think of volcanoes, we usually think of fiery red-hot lava and glowing orange embers, but Kawah Ijen Lake in Java is a whole different story. That's right, this incredible volcano actually burns a bright blue, and it's a stunning sight. Home to most of the world's volcanoes, Java itself was formed from volcanic eruptions, so it's only fitting that this totally unique caldera is located on this one-of-a-kind island. So why does this mysterious volcano glow neon blue? Well, it's all down to the sulfuric gases pouring out of a natural steam vent in the volcano. As the sulfur meets the oxygen in the air, they ignite, turning a vibrant shade of blue. You can even take a nighttime trek after midnight in order to catch a glimpse of the volcano at its most breathtaking. It's a once-in-a-lifetime hike, but make sure you don't forget to pack safety goggles and a gas mask. These noxious fumes are so strong that they can impair your vision and make it difficult to breathe. But is the struggle worth it? I say yes. Just look at this awesome natural wonder. Would you take the trek to the blue volcano? The giant cashew tree of Natal. This is the world's largest cashew tree, although you might be forgiven for thinking that you'd stumbled into an entire forest. Yeah, it's hard to believe, but this is in fact just one single tree. We're dead serious. This 1,000-year-old tree has been growing for over a millennia, and it doesn't show any signs of slowing down. A sprawling canopy creeps over the paths carved out around the mysterious mythical tree, with numerous trunks that span 2 whole acres. This popular Brazilian tourist attraction even entered the Guinness World Records in 1994 for being the biggest cashew tree on the planet. Just imagine the unlimited supply of cashews you could get from this whopping great tree. Namibia's fairy circles. In Southwest Africa, the Namib Desert is home to a sprawling expanse of mysterious fairy circles that scientists have been trying to explain for decades. Ranging from 10 feet to 65 feet in diameter, these circles span for hundreds of miles across the desert. Local myth says that these strange barren circles are actually all footprints of ancient gods who walked over the red earth. Others say that they are the home to desert fairies, and this is their domain. However, experts have come up with some much more logical explanations. Where's the fun in that? Still, if you want to know the real reason behind Namibia's fairy circles, the answer is right beneath your feet. No, literally, the bare circles are the result of termites under the soil, clearing away plant life to build their nests. The circles can be explained by vegetation in the area competing for scarce water, growing long roots that extract moisture from the soil. So there you have it. No elves or pixies to be found in the African desert, just ants and thirsty plants. Eternal Flame Falls. In Chestnut Ridge County Park in New York State, there's a mystical flame that burns eternally underground a trickling waterfall. It sounds like something from an old wives' tale, but it's actually totally real. Yeah, you can actually hike to this mystical site to witness the burning flame for yourself. And while there's a perfectly reasonable scientific explanation for the Eternal Flame Falls, experts are still baffled about how the flame has managed to stay alit for so long. While the blaze is a result of a natural gas pocket, of which there are hundreds of across the globe, usually they're caused by ancient, scorching hot rocks. The Eternal Flame in Chestnut Ridge County Park is made up of relatively new rocks, and they're not particularly very hot either. Yeah, you'll just have to use your imagination when it comes to explaining this confusing phenomenon. But hey, who doesn't love a mystery? The Devil's Bridge. We've never seen a reflection this stunning before. In Saxony, this extraordinary bridge was designed to cast a perfect circle into the water below. The well-crafted arch is surrounded by beautiful flowers all through the spring, making this spot one of the most Instagrammable places in the entire Germany.
Amazing and more. Like, it's actually, I personally think it's cooler than the photos. Like, it is.
But the Devil's Bridge has been around since long before social media and smartphones. Yeah, its sinister nickname is all down to the age-old belief that bridges, such as this one, were built in collaboration with the devil himself. How could anything man-made be so miraculous? Legend has it that bridges like this one were all erected all over Europe with a helping hand from Beelzebub, who showed the architects how to create the perfect bridge. Wow, Can't someone just be really good at their job? Nowadays, it seems as though the bridge may actually be a little dangerous, as it's forbidden to cross over. Well, with a view like that, who actually wants to stop on top of it? The Marfa Lights. In the Texas desert, these glowing orbs have been spooking the residents of Marfa for more than 135 years. These creepy lights that hover above the horizon have been known to dance, flicker, duplicate, and race across the Mitchell Flat landscape in a whole rainbow of different colors. But it's impossible to predict when the Marfa Lights will next strike. These basketball-sized orbs only appear a handful of nights every year, making them even harder to explain. Yep, scientists have been stumped, but conspiracy theorists have linked the lights to UFOs and even the ghosts of Spanish conquistadors, whose souls are doomed to wander the desert. Spooky stuff. However, scientific circles seem to think that these mysterious flying orbs could be down to an optical illusion known as Fata Morgana. This mirage sometimes occurs in the ocean, making ships look as though they're floating above the water. It all happens when a layer of warm air rests above layers of cooler air. The temperature conditions in the Texas desert just so happen to be perfect for recreating a Fata Morgana, which, if you ask us, is just as jaw-dropping as any paranormal activity. But for now, the truth is out there, so it's just waiting to be discovered. The Sea of Stars. You may have seen this spectacular natural phenomenon in the Hollywood blockbuster Life of Pi, when the main character floats in his life raft over a twinkling ocean full of glowing stars. Yep, it's one of the Earth's most amazing light displays, and it's not just movie magic. This actually happens in real life, although it all depends on the climate and the growth of the bioluminescent plankton that live in the Maldives. That's right, if you're lucky enough, you might get to see the Sea of Stars for yourself. The nickname given to the glowing blue waves that lap right against the beach, it's all thanks to a particular type of plankton, which can generate its own light source in the movement of the waves. Nobody knows exactly when they might show up, but Vadhu Island is the most famous location for catching a glimpse of the Sea of Stars. We'd love to see this shimmering spectacle in real life, wouldn't you? Blood Falls. This creepy location looks like something straight out of a horror movie. These blood-red falls flow from the Taylor Glacier in Antarctica and have been stumping scientists ever since they were first discovered. You can only imagine the strange theories that must have gone through the people's heads when they first met this mysterious waterfall. It was thought that bright red algae blooms were causing this bloody phenomenon, but that would soon prove not to be the case. So, was there something more sinister lurking beneath the ice? Well, not exactly. There's no giant icy monster or Arctic vampire to be found here. In fact, under the surface of the Taylor Glacier, there exists a unique brine that contains an extraordinary high level of iron. Trapped forever underneath the ice, this brine never gets any oxygen, except when it escapes through tiny cracks in the ice, causing the waterfall effect outside. When the iron-rich water comes into contact with oxygen, it immediately rusts, causing an eerie stream of bloody liquid. Okay, so the scientists have it all figured out, but we can't help but find this mysterious place still a little creepy. Slope Point Trees. In the middle of nowhere, on the most southern point of New Zealand's South Island, these twisted macrocarpa trees can be found on the remote Slope Point. Extreme and severe weather caused these weird yet wonderful trees to bend at a steep angle, withstanding battering Arctic winds. They've done a pretty good job of surviving so far. The famous macrocarpa trees have such a strange and unique appearance that they've become quite the focal point for photographers and tourists. But be warned, the winds are so powerful at Slope Point that they can knock you right off your feet. We guess that's where roots come in handy. These gnarled trees aren't going anywhere. Farmers originally planted these hardy trees to shelter their sheep from the bitter weather, and there's even a rundown shack crafted with the branches of the crooked trees. Okay, this place just officially went from being unusual to downright creepy. Does anyone live in this weather-worn cabin with only the wind for company? We're not sure. We want to find out.